All right, y'all. Peace, love, and divine light. I hope the sun is shining wherever y'all. Peace, love, and divine light. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are and you are living in your greatest purpose. Thank you, everyone, for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Thank you to all who continue to subscribe to the channel, all those who have book personal readings, all the channel members, new subscribers. I am going to give everyone a chance to come on the live. So if you are already on the live, let us know. Thumbs up the video. Leave a comment letting us know where you are tuning in from. I bring you greetings, much positive energy, and just, as we always say, I really truly hope that you are living in your greatest purpose. Okay, so initially I was about to entitle this live something completely different. And then I was just like, it might cause a panic. Some folks might, might feel a certain way about this title. And so I decided to name it what I did in terms of the title. Yet there's a lot involved. And I'm just going to give you the background of why I'm doing this live. All right. Before doing this, let me just say first and foremost that, as a messenger, okay, as a messenger, and many of you are messengers. All right. You are messengers, you are light seers, you are divinely in tune. Your spirit guides give you messages. And sometimes, as someone who is a messenger, the message is not always easy to put out there. Okay. Especially when you are giving messages to a lot of different people. And, sometimes some of the, one of the things that can impact whether or not you deliver the message, all right, is, you're not sure how someone's going to take this. You're not sure what kind of effect it's going to have. You want the message to be relatable. You don't want it to cause too many problems. It's like, as a messenger, there's a lot that can potentially, go on in your mind as you're delivering a message, or even before you deliver a message. Like, I know many of you receive messages from your spirit guides all the time. Whether this is a message that, your spirit guides give you to give to somebody else, or this is a message for you. Okay. In terms of delivering the message, applying the message, all of that, it's like there's a whole process involved, and it can become really complicated, to say the least, when your spirit guides are giving you a message, especially when, you're growing spiritually, and we all are growing spiritually. And sometimes your spirit guides give you some messages that are extremely challenging to deliver. And it's those messages that are challenging to deliver that your guides want you to deliver. It's like your guides are testing you. Your guides are testing your willpower. They're testing you to see, how much more they can give you. Okay, if I give this message to deliver, right? If I give this messenger a message to deliver, are they going to fulfill that task? Many of you say you're messengers, yet some of the most challenging messages that your guides have given you to deliver, you haven't delivered it. It's hard to deliver. And part of the reason why is because you may be concerned with what other people are thinking, what they may think, how they may feel. In fact, some of you are more concerned with what someone else feels and thinks more so than, your spiritual walk. And it's like, you say you want to grow spiritually, yet you still concerned about what people think about you. And that's one thing that I have learned as a messenger. I know that I am a messenger. That as a messenger, you really have to be in this position where you are here to deliver a message, and it's not about, the feelings that are going to be hurt. And this may sound, kind of like insensitive. It's not, because you really have to think about it. The message that you give, in the process, there's always going to be someone that feels hurt about what you said. There's always going to be someone that feels some type of way about what you said, how you said it, the way you look when you said it, your tone when you were speaking. Someone's always going to have something to say. Okay? Someone's always going to have something to say about what you do in your spiritual walk. And a lot of times, it is that very thing that keeps us from delivering the message that we are meant to deliver. And sometimes the message is not by way of speaking. Okay? So, keep this in mind. We all have a message. We all have a message that we are supposed to deliver, one way or another. For some of us, it is through speech. Okay, you're speaking. All right. You are supposed to speak to the world. For some of you, your message comes by way of your art. All right. You've been given a gift. Some of you have the gift of working with your hands. There's something, you're gifted at working with your hands, whether it is, creating artifacts and, like artistic things, whether it is, architecture or agriculture. Okay. You're gifted with working with your hands. For some of you, your message comes that way. All right. That is how you relay the message from your spirit guides. So that way, people can walk the path that they're supposed to walk. All right. For some of you, your message comes by way of your writing. Some of you are writers. Okay. You have so many things that, your guides give to you intuitively in terms of what you're supposed to be writing about. Okay. Some of you could be, in the process of writing a book. You could be, you may even have your manuscript, and it's like this high, and this thick. And it's like, you kind of still feel like, I don't know how people are going to take this, or I don't know how the world is going to take this. Oh, they're not really ready for this. Like, that is your message. All right. That book, that manuscript, that's your message. And as I'm speaking, all right, I'm speaking to myself as well. Okay. Because we all have work to do. We're all a work in progress. All right. So it's challenging as a messenger to give and deliver the message that we've been given to deliver. All right. A lot of times it is. And when that happens, it's important that we ask, those warrior spirits, okay, to come and help us and intervene, and just hold space in moments where we don't feel like we are completely equipped to do it. Just know that it's like your spirit guides wouldn't give you that inspiration if you weren't equipped. And sometimes we need a little boost. So it's like, ask your spirit guides, because they will give you that boost that you need in order for you to deliver that message. So with that being said, all right, let me know where you're tuning in from. I love to connect. I'm glad to see everyone on here just ready to listen. Now, that part about the messengers is only part of this message that I came here for. And we're only 9 minutes in. So this is the message that I've been given. All right. So with that being said, all right. So I have to, or I should say, I get to apply now in real time what I have asked us as a community to do. Okay. This is the message that I have been given. And the message is this. All throughout before this message, I've been hearing, get out before you still can. Someone needs to hear that. Someone needed to hear this. Get out while you still can. And when I was going through, it's like I was going through a Rolodex of stuff. I was like, what, Spirit? What are you talking about here? Get out while you still can. And Spirit was speaking to me in regards to many of you needing to leave a certain situation. Many, and I kid you not, like I wrote down a list of different things that this applies to, and I was just getting like, as we say, downloads of, okay, well, who this is for. Like, when I hear these messages, I'm like, well, okay, get out while you still can. Well, who this is for? Who is this for? And Spirit was just saying, okay, this is in relation to work situations. So for some of you, this may be related to work. All right. And for some of you, this may be related to a situation where you may have signed some sort of contract. You may have signed some sort of deal with someone to do something that your soul knows is not right. Okay? For some of you, it could even be to do something towards someone that you know doesn't deserve that kind of treatment. Because what's going on out there is that you have a world of people who are trying to eliminate certain people, where people are being paid, okay, under the table. There's a group of people that are being paid under the table to do ill against the chosen, to do ill against certain people, because there is, all right, there is that group of people, the powers that are losing power. They are literally paying people to take certain chosen seeds out of the way. So right now you're going to be hearing about a lot of supposed accidents, accidental deaths, it's just like people mysteriously dying, for whatever reason. This may have to do with that. This may have to do with, something mysteriously happens to them, or they mysteriously, have a heart situation, or they mysteriously have, an illness that just, comes out of nowhere. These supposed groups that were considered to be elite, that the world is now finding out are not the elite, are very much afraid of being found out. And many of you already see this. A lot of truths are being uncovered. And so these groups are paying people at this time to take the chosen out of the way. Okay, so I'm not speaking to the chosen right now. Okay, this is not a message for the chosen, although it may be. Okay, let me take that. Because listen, when Spirit gives you a message, it's not up to you to decide who the message is for. Okay, I got you. Yep. So this may be for the chosen. It's also specifically for those who have signed contracts, all right? Whether this is work related, whether this is in a relationship. And I'm also getting that this message is for a certain group of people, okay? People who haven't traveled outside of, wherever space that they're in. This is for you as well, because I was getting some information about travel. All right. You haven't traveled. All right. So the message is still get out while you still can. And the last but not least, I received this message specifically for my people, the Aishian people. Your spirit guides are telling you to get out while you still can. To not wait for someone to kick you out, to drag you out, to imprison you, to bind you, okay, before you get out. Okay, so whoever this message is for, whoever this message resonates with, you will know if it's for you. For some of you, you may not be Aishian. You may be from another country and you've been feeling the inclination to get out of this space, okay? to get out of this space. It's like your spirit guides are like giving you, all these nudges, telling you it's now time, and you still feel bound. You feel like, well, I don't know the first thing about getting out. I don't know the first thing about making the move towards, leaving this situation. Okay? So again, I'm writing this down because I wrote this down before. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to start talking. And if this is what my spirit guides want me to continue talking about, then I will. All right. So your spirit guides are telling you to get out while you still can. You'll know if this message is for you. So let's take it's and I got 4 categories of people. Specifically, I got 4 categories of people. So for some of you, the number 4 may be significant because 4 is about stability. Okay, so some of you may need, or you're trying to find your stability. You're trying to find you're trying to ground yourself. You feel unbalanced. You feel kind of like you're stuck. You feel like you're not sure whether to go left or right. You feel like if you go left, it's like it's terrible, and then if you go right, it's even worse. This message is for you. It's not up to me to determine who this message is for. I thought this message wasn't for the chosen, and Spirit was like, move yourself out the way. I told you to deliver a message. Just say what you got to say. You don't know who this is for. This is for whoever this is for. Get out while you still can. Number 1, for those, this is related to work. Okay? For those, this is related to a work situation. Whatever type of work it is, whether it's legal or illegal, because I'm getting that this message for some of you, it's about something that you've been paid to do that is not legal. And most importantly, it's not even illegal in the physical sense. It's illegal in the spiritual sense. Why is this? Because your spirit guides know that your soul will not be at rest if you do whatever it is that some of you may have signed that contract. Some of you are about to sign that contract. Okay, so whether you've signed the contract or you're about to sign the contract, it's not too late to get out of it. Okay? Whether it's legal or illegal, it's not too late to get out of it. Because some of you, there are people in positions of power who used to be in power, that are losing power, that are putting pressure on you to do certain things that that your soul will not be at rest with, that your soul will not be at peace with. And you kind of feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, as people will say. It's not too late to get out of that situation where you feel like you're stuck. You're never stuck. You always have a choice. And in that position, your guides want you to know to ask for guidance, because there's always a way. Yeah, people will always, there are people out there who seem to like hold certain people in bondage. It's their job to convince you that you have no choice, because their power depends on you thinking that you have no choice. There's always a choice. You have a choice. You have, as long as your soul, you have a soul, okay? And for some of you, this is really what this is about. Like that message about you getting out is about keeping your soul intact. And for some of you that may feel like it's too late, you've already gone through halfway, and there's a lot more that you get to do. It's for you. Get out now while you still can. Get out of that contract while you still can, especially if you know your soul will not be at rest if you continue to go the rest of the way. Now, I'm specifically speaking to those who have been given contracts to go against the chosen. This is for you. Leave the chosen alone. Leave the chosen alone. Many of you have been given contracts to go against the chosen, to do ill against the chosen. This is for you. Get out while you still can. Get out of that contract while you still can. I'm not sure why I'm getting this message and giving it to you. Perhaps this is a means of letting you see that there's still a chance for your soul to, to be at peace, all right, in this life, even though you may feel like you have no other choice. For some of you, this is a warning, okay? For some of you, this is a warning, because the work that is being done on behalf of the chosen right now, it's nothing to play with. If you already see all the things that are being revealed by people who have gone against the chosen, this is your sign that if you do not get out of that contract to go against someone that is chosen, you are the next person to be revealed. And in the revelation that comes out against you, all right, may be more detrimental than it has to be. So for some of you, this message is a warning to get out of that contract, get out of that thing that you've been paid to do. You've been given the task to go against those who are chosen. For some of you, you have like highly classified positions. This is stuff that, nobody will find the paperwork for. I'm speaking to you. For some of you that are working in the shadows against those who are chosen, this message specifically is for you. It's never too late to get out of that contract. It's never too late to assure that your soul is at peace in this life. Okay? And just know that whatever you do in this life, there's judgment. Okay? And I'm not here oh, this is about condemning. Listen, I'm just giving you the message. Okay? So again, for some of you, this is about work. For some of you, it's a work contract. For some of you, this is about relationships. People that you have relationships with. People that your spirit guides have clearly showed you who they are. And you know who they are. And you try very hard to see the positive side in that person or those people. You already know who these people are. So for some of you, this message is for you. That message about getting out while you still can. Yes, I know it sounds urgent. And there's a very specific reason, and many of you will find out. And perhaps your guides are trying to show you or speak to you right now before something, something unforeseeable, takes place. So for some of you, this message is about relationships. Your guides have already shown you what type of people these people are. Your guides have already shown you what type of person this is. Your guides have already shown you that this is not someone that you can be in a relationship with. These are not people that you can be in a relationship with. For some of you, it may not even be like that personal. That relationship could just be about some kind of community that you live in. Okay? And your guys have already shown you, this is not the place for you. This is not the person for you. Get out while you still can, because as you can see, gradually energies are being, it's like faces, like real faces are coming out, and you're going to see. So for some, this is about relationships. Okay, the third I was getting, for some of you, this is about travel. Those who have been stuck in the same place all their life. Okay, you could feel like you've been stuck in the same place all your life. You haven't seen what's out there in the world. You haven't seen what the world has to offer. You haven't tuned into the different energies that are out there. Okay? There is a world out there that your spirit guides are trying to open you to. Yeah, I know. The first thing that actually comes to mind is many of you are frightened. There's a great amount of fear that's been placed in you to not travel because of what you've been seeing. Okay? Because of what you've been seeing. And this is not me saying, oh, go against that. Go against your intuition. Listen to your own intuition. Yet just make sure that that feeling that you are getting to not travel outside of the space that you're in, it's not coming from fear. You not wanting to travel, make sure that it's not coming from fear, because your spirit guides, for some of you who are needing to broaden your horizon, like to have your third eye open, for some of you, whoever this message is for, your spirit guides want you to open that third eye, and it's going to happen. And I'm not going to say only by doing this. This is how it's going to happen. And this message is not, this specific part is not for everyone, okay? Not everyone is meant to travel. Yet some of you have been getting, those intuitive nudges to travel outside of where the space that you're at. And this for you is confirmation. So this is only for a specific group of people. It's not for everyone. This message, it's not for everyone. Take the part that's for you. So if you are someone that your spirit guides have been talking to you, speaking to you, telling you to travel outside of the space you're in, because there's something that your guides are wanting to open in terms of your chakras, in terms of specifically your third eye chakra, that your guides want to open. It requires that you leave a certain energy that you're in right now. It's like many of you are like in a cesspool of energies that are constantly filtering out spiritual enlightenment and putting in blockages, and you don't see that, and you will not see it until you remove yourself out of that environment. So for whoever this part of the message is for, you get to travel. It is time for you to go out, see the world. Okay? Go out, see the world, open up your third eye chakra, remove fear out of the way, because if your spirit guides gave you the message to do it, that means you're supposed to do it. So that's the third group of people that this message is for. Again, if you're just tuning in, the message is get out while you still can. The fourth group of people, my people, Aishian people. I have to tell you that this part of the message for me was one of the most challenging parts for a lot of different reasons. And I was like, oh my goodness, spirit guides, how am I going to tell, Aishians to get out, especially given the situation in Haiti. So to all my Aishian people listening to this, Aishian, sorti, okay? Lo kapabla. Pa kite se yo mem ki fo sorti. I'm going to translate that. Get out while you still can. Do not let them be the ones to drag you out in chains. Your country is waiting for you. Your country is in need of you and your help to develop, because the majority of the Haitians with extraordinary gifts have traveled outside of their country. So part of this message is for my people, the Aishian people. It is time that you leave this cesspool. And again, if this message ain't for you, it ain't for you. I'm specifically speaking to those who have been hearing from their spirit guides that you need to leave this place, okay? And go back home and do the work that you've been called to do. This is only for those folks. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Get out while you still can. Go home while you still can. Return home, not go home. Return home while you still can. This is only for those that this relates to. Okay, this is relevant for. It is not up to me to say why it is that I received this message. Okay? If the message is for you, you're already going to know the why. It's not up to me to figure out your why. You have your why. And oftentimes what is needed is just the right type of message, the right type of vibration, the right type of frequency for us to move in the flow of spirit. Because the blockages that we often receive are due to the vibration and frequency that we are vibrating in because of the low vibrational energies that surround us. It's like, it's science. You can't expect to vibrate on a high level if you are in a cesspool of negative energy. It's challenging to. And that's not to say that all aspects of wherever you at is all of that. And again, if this message is for you, you'll know exactly what this is about. Okay? I'm just here to deliver the message. Okay? And for whoever it is for, it is for. May it be received in peace, love, and divine light. All right. So this is the message. Peace, love, and divine light.